All right. Welcome back to another weekly watchlist session. And this week is different. This week is totally different because I am excited. I've been excited actually. I've been really working hard on this course and the upcoming course that will be launched soon. Oh man, I tried to put things together, make something that you guys can, start off if you are starting your trading journey and share whatever I knew, whatever I learned throughout the years, as much as I can, and tell you guys it is not a rocket science. It's just a matter of dedication, commitment, and putting it into work, which most of the people are not really willing to do that, and it's a very sad thing to think about. But it is what it is. If you are ready enough, if you are committed enough, if you are dedicated enough, you're at the right place, you're doing something right, you want to achieve more in your life. And in order to do that, you need to learn from the people who done it. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the course, the crash course for beginner. It's out there. Get your course as soon as you can, it really helps you if you don't know what exactly you're doing. I put things together that not necessarily benefit. It definitely the main part is just benefiting you, understanding how the capital market work and equity trading, and especially in small cap. I put all those together. I also put kind of like a bonus lecture in it, which is more of a, you can see the lectures that I put together. It's a good amount of time frame that you can put into it and watch these videos. And the bonus part is just a psychology part. I like that a lot because that's really important. You need to understand how the psychology of the market work, how psychology influence, how psychology really helps you, and it's the most essential thing that every single trader needs to learn and understand. Every day you have to adapt yourself. It is not something that if you watch one video or read two books, you're gonna be the master. No, it helps you to adapt for the current condition, but each of us, each individual trader, we need to continuously educate ourselves, continuously learn about psychology, human behavior, and that's just something that it can change throughout the years. But understanding how it works, how it applies to the trading. It's not like going to the college studying psychology. That helps, obviously. You learn about the, academic way, or the whole terms and all those things, or details. Well, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the general human behavior, how it really applies when it comes down to trading. So kind of a comprehensive collection of psychology materials that you need to have. In the beginner course, I explain how to really you can apply those and understand those. And in the future courses, obviously, I dive deep into it, how it really work out for me. Obviously, I'm not a professional psychiatrist or psychologist. It's just something that I personally love to read books about psychology, human behavior, and I think it's very helpful when it comes down to your job, trading, or anything in life that you're dealing with the supply and demand. You're dealing with buying and selling stuff with the other side of the business. So you know that there's always another person that you're dealing with, and you want to kind of be the master and understand the mindset behind that selling or buying action. So yeah, I mean, man, I hope you guys are, get a chance to understand how all these works and put it in the work. And hopefully this course will help you to get off the ground and get yourself into the business. So yeah, that was my ultimate goal, and that is my ultimate goal. And for this course, I wanted you guys to kind of get the beginning. Even though if you're not the beginner, it's good to watch this video, because it gives you better understanding of how things work. I guess it's better for you to understand how I look at things and how I apply my trades and everything throughout the days and years of trading. So yeah, get yourself on top of this. I cannot stress enough that's very important, because a lot of you still undecided. A lot of you are still reaching out, asking, oh, I lost money in this one, I don't know what to do. And I cannot really explain to you enough. If you wanted me to teach you how things works, jump on a call with me. My call is already here, one-on-one session. You can have a 30 minutes free call with me. I want to get to know you. I want to get know your process. But obviously, my time is valuable. I don't necessarily share things that doesn't really make me money. So that's being straightforward about things. I need every doctor or consultant that you go in, you need to pay for their time. So it is basically the same thing as what I'm sharing with you guys. So, but I do have that 30 minutes free call. I want to get to know you. I want to understand what's in your life and what exactly the issue. But if you want longer in learning about my strategy and how to apply these strategies, obviously you need more sessions for that. So yeah, that's a rule of thumb, or whatever you want to call it, for having a mentor. So I did have mentor. I still have my mentors. I love mentors. I love mentors that I have, and I pay them too. So it's that's how it works. That's how the system works. So you gotta understand, people are they work hard for their life. If they want to share something, their time is valuable, and you have to kind of understand that as well. So anyway, this week I wanted you guys to see that we had this very unusual activity in the market. Let's dive into our watch list, which is kind of a note for me, because we had this crazy runner on, I think it was on the Thursday. Yes, Thursday we had this CXAI, a crazy runner that happened. So I'll talk about it in a bit. But before I start, I want to make sure that you guys understand this is not a financial advice at all. This is only for educational purposes, and if you don't like it, shut it down. Go watch some comedy on YouTube or whatever that makes you happier, or I don't know. Or if you want to learn how things works, or educate yourself, or learn how I trade these things, sit down and watch this. So anyway, yeah. Last week, Let's talk about the economic fear that's going on with the. Still, we have this, rate hike fear, the inflation that will come out next month, when the Fed will talk, if they're going to raise the rates, um, or not, which is most likely will be rate hikes at this point, and that's something to keep that in mind, that um, it could really affect the economy, U.S. economy, in so many ways, in so many bad ways. Probably gonna be in this dark side of the world for a very short time, or I would say longer than short time, like a midterm kind of frame. But it is what it is. Get yourself ready. And we have all these reserve currency issues and all the things that are going on around the world. So things are ugly, man. It's just you gotta understand the sometimes these cycles are necessary. If you go back to the history, you do need to understand that we've been through a lot of these cycles, and you can say it from um 1980, or depression that we had, and um 2000 dot-com bubble, and then um, financial crisis 2008. So these are the cycles that we need to get into it in order to make sure everything will stabilize. And the problem right now, it's with the financial market and economy, is we're having this price stability issue and financial stability, which basically means they need to make sure that inflation will go down, and they can control that. Not a lot of people are going to starve, as their income is not increasing as much, as we have all these labor issues as well, because there's no one really want to work for the average. They want higher paid jobs, and that's kind of a issue. So everything combined together, and if you put this together, and you can understand that it's not beautiful, it's very ugly actually. And then the other part, on the other hand, we were looking at to have this financial stability, which means not letting any more banks to default, kind of saving their assets. Excuse my language, but that's how it works. That's how it's kind of deal for the overall market. So overall economy. So Fed, it's also in between. They don't know what exactly. They only have one tool, which is raising a rate, or lower it, or stop, or printing money. That's all. So it's not really something to um, be happy about. Obviously, at the end of the day, if you're smart enough, you know what you're doing with your money. You get yourself ready for the time that is recession, and make sure that you're getting the best deal out of it, best opportunities that could essentially make you wealthy. Lots of wealth creation happens just during the recession. Don't forget that. So yeah, and I am also excited for the market activity. The volatility is back, baby. I cannot stress enough. I mean, for the past few months, we had this random stuff with the meat float, and some large float, really huge float. I mean, if you look at February, March, we didn't have much of the lower float stock, and I love lower float stock because they move very quick, they're very profitable, and on the other hand, they could wipe you out. So yeah, but the activity under in the lower float stock are enormous. It's just huge when they start moving. Right now, April has been so far a really active month. I've never seen this much of volatility after, I would say, probably maybe we had this last year. I mean, this is completely a new cycle. You can see that how you need to really adapt yourself every single month. You got to keep that in mind also. When the market shifted, the trend changes, you wanna be able to adapt yourself. You have to adapt yourself. As a trader, you always have to adapt yourself with the market condition. So let's say this month we have these volatilities in action. We get all these pumps and crazy stuff that are a trend maybe, like what we have for the last few weeks with AI sector. Excuse me. We know that this trend is still going on. So what are the opportunities for us? We need to adapt yourself to the market condition. When we see that there's an AI stock that are popping, so obviously that means you should be very cautious if you want to short. You should be very smart about your position sizing. Or on the other hand, if you see a very A plus setup, and it's also an AI sector, it's kind of give you a confirmation that everything, it's about the trend. We follow the trend and then bailed out. That means you need to be prepare and take advantage of that opportunity, and then that's it. Get yourself out of it, take your profit, and happy with that. So you already adapt with that. So you're not gonna get into the FOMO, or you're not gonna have this fear of or greed that doesn't make sense, or you have no plan. You're just seeing these things you're running, and you basically are kind of don't know how to execute or go forward. So that's also another thing. And also with the trend, it's, let's say we're having this AI trend, but we also see that biotech moves and all these healthcare just pumping to shift the investors and trader attention towards themselves. And this is really get back to the psychology part, that they try to pump the price in order to bring people or traders that are trading one sector that is hot, and shift them towards themselves and pump their own stock. So you got to be careful with that, because when we have these CXAI, GFAI, all these AI kind of movers, you want to stick to that sector, because you want to make sure that, okay, for this week, for the past week, you put it together and you see this trend is still continues. And when you see a random healthcare or biotech pump, you know that that's a trap. That could be a very trappy move, unless if they have a really reasonable news. But if you don't see any news or anything happen with them, that means they're definitely just pump their stock to essentially dump it on so many people. So people get that idea. Oh, okay, if this stock ran already 3,000% in a day, so we get into that FOMO side. We want to see that, okay, tomorrow it's going to be another one that's going to run 3,000%. That's not the case. That's never going to happen. That's a loser mindset. That's how you lose money. How you're going to wipe your account, wipe out your account, blow up your account, because you're thinking that, oh, okay, I missed out on this move. It's okay. Tomorrow we're gonna have another 300,000, 3,000 or percent runner, or 1,000% runner. It's not the case. That's not the case. We might get 100% runner, which we always get, when the market is good, and volatility is there. And in our sector, in small cap, you see that every single day. But that doesn't mean you have to, loaded, put all the size that you have in just one belief with no plan, because you know that something else ran based on something else, doesn't mean that the other stocks will follow the same thing. So you got to kind of, debate those thoughts and make sure that your plan, it makes sense. So plan your trade, trade your plan. It's always in our, I already put it in our website as well. So, and the the mailing that you guys get, so you can also see that. So maybe write it down, put it up there, up of your screen, and see it every single day. So that way it reminds you how things works. All right, let's get to our watch list. This week I'll go over the stuff that happened and the tickers. So obviously the main one was CXAI, huge player, big short to squeeze. As you can see, the stock was running on, I think I was trading this between this level that you guys can see as well. This $3 range after the market open. I mean, this was a good setup to trade it. Obviously after that, who knows? You never expect that happens. I wasn't really anticipating to the huge move, and which happened actually on Friday pre-market, and that was an insane move. Obviously, the liquidity, it's very illiquid. When something is squeezing, it can really go fast, especially with the stock that has only 900K float. So that was the beauty. We had it on our scanner. I'm sure. I think a lot of people also, a few traders that we have, few of them reach out and say that they cut this, but not obviously the whole move. It's something that makes you believe that market is it's always that's why I love stock market, because you always get opportunities like these. It could be life changing for a lot of people if you know how to really size your trade, and if you know where to enter, where to exit, and if you have those plans. So it definitely something. But my plan was, I was mainly focusing on the previous day long, and that actually was excuse me, April. I'm looking over my journal. I go over the journal. I hope you guys also do your journal as well. That was a Thursday. Thursday. Was it Thursday? Yeah, for Thursday we had April 13, right? So yeah, Thursday CXAI. I did made few scalp at the market open, and that was it pretty much. I think I had few trades on the long side. Yeah, right around 340 kind of area. 340, and then I think we had this alerts going on with the volume surge to this push above these the VWAP range. As you guys can see, my orange line, once again, it's my VWAP line, volume weighted average. So that was the kind of move that I was anticipated, and took my profit, and that was it. And I did not really pay attention to the afternoon move, because it apparently had this another run up to the $9 level, and which was really, really nice and beautiful. I mean, you can see that higher lows above VWAP, zombie time, and this is more of a kind of a crazy time frame that people can push the stock back up, and the power hour also, which essentially happened. And here, the interesting enough, that's how the shorts got into a trap, because the first green day we had this, whatever percentage that we were talking about, 400%, already 400% up. So shorts, always you have to think about, put yourself in the shorts shoes and think like them too. If you're not even short, you gotta think like them too. If you're only short trader, you gotta think like a long trader as well. That's why you have to have non-bias when you're trading. You have to have that hedge mentality in order to be able to have no bias and get into the right side of the trade. Because if you have a bias, if you're a short bias trader, you're gonna miss out the whole long trade, because you're a short bias trader. You don't want to go long. That's your mentality. But if you're a non-bias person, you get into the both side. You get into the action, and you know that, okay, it's when it's the time for the short, I'm gonna click the button. I'm gonna be ready for that. So that's how I think personally, and that's how I anticipate. And wherever I'm wrong, I'm out. I'm not gonna sit down and watch the stock just going against me. So that's one thing. And one thing here is, shorts are always looking for a first day red, right? I mean, we're looking at this 400% runner. The next day, which is Friday, pre-market here. This is this gray area. It's a great day for short, right? It's a great day for short to just attack this. And what happened was, right at the pre-market started, right after it started, it's just swiped up, got into the short trap. And at this time frame, lots of traders are ready to set up, get on the short side of this to essentially drop the price back down. So they want to get on this kind of the back side, but the mistake was this is still on the front side. So they're on the front side of the game without even knowing that. And wow, man, this is crazy. Look how the squeeze happened. I mean, stock just, this is a very crucial moment for short. I cannot stress enough. I mean, you're seeing the low volume. You're seeing this one has no volume, and this is a good sign too for the short to just start, at least in open position for this VWAP crack. Look at this trap, man. Look at this trap. The VWAP reclaim, just a bounce. The VWAP roll, basically, just a bounce. And, oh boy, we're talking about 68. I mean, wow. This just happened. This is just the breakout of the triangle. You can see this pattern right here. And if you put your line, this is one pivot right here. Just break out of it and continue squeeze. I mean, look at these candles. Insane. And here, if you're short, you know that, okay, I'm gonna average down. I'm gonna average up. I'm gonna add it to my position. I'm gonna make sure that this thing's not gonna really go that high, because it's pre-market. And okay, if it's gonna go up once the market will open, people are gonna bailed out on this one. That's the thing. You should not short that too early. When you're short too early, you're saying goodbye to your account. Look at this price move. This thing is just driving $2 per second, I think, if I'm not exaggerating exactly. But no, actually, this candle right here, 17, 18, 19, another $22 right here, pull back, make you excited to add more because you know that, oh, this is it. That's it. I'm going to get on the. But you're wrong. You keep doing it wrong. I mean, I'm talking about the short people when they short this. God, I didn't really anticipate on this one. I woke up, I think, at 5:30 as usual to give you guys 5:30 Pacific time to send you guys the watch list and all that. And I watched this whole thing went to 69. That just blew up your entire account. If you're short, if you're on margin, you're gonna get margin call. You're gonna get all sort of craziness. And if you don't have size enough, if you don't know how to manage your position, you're going to get stopped out right here before this drop happened. I mean, that's painful for a lot of short, which usually happens when they don't know exactly how to, manage their size, where to start, not being early. And look at this. Look at the person or the people that got into this side of the game. It's still risky. It's not a right thing to do, obviously. But if you spot it, if you know that this is your candle to start having a short position, because you know that in the pre-market, you're not going to get halt. There's no halt up or halt down in pre-market. So you're literally seeing a liquid stock is moving $5, $6. So that's something to, make sure that you're not going to be on the wrong side of it. But obviously, if you're long, man, you're killing it. I mean, if you listen to me from the day that CXAI started, and if you had your plan, if you know that you're kind of a bias and you don't just listen or follow people or something like that, because my strategy is different from you. It's definitely my account sizing is different than you. And you should just understand how an experienced trader approach. And if you're just the intermediate towards advanced, this is your opportunity. This is the life-changing thing. And if you know how to anticipate, if you already scalped the trade that we already talked about and mentioned in our group, you know that this is it. This might be your setup. The stock hasn't been below the VWAP. That's one thing to keep that in mind. And you also have your pivot lines right here. These are pivots, which I talked about it in a future course. So it's definitely not for just for fun. It's here to shows you that how these lines work. So if you have your line, if you have your chart, and if you have your trend line like me here, I did not anticipate this part. Obviously, I would have my lines. I mean, you can kind of draw your line here, another triangle breakout. I mean, you can see the pattern, and the stock is very toppy, very risky, even for the long side. The chasers are also getting burned. The people who bought into this candle, if they were smart, they just got out for the scalp for the few dollar move, and that's it. That's how you should really deal with this stock. You should not really get on the big side of the, you should not really go big into this candle when the stock is already ran and it's already up. I don't know. It's already up from that pre-market to this 69. We're talking about another 400%, another 500%. So think about it. This is very important to measure. And shorts are start eating. I mean, if you're a top ticker, you know that where to start your short position. When we are getting close to the market open, this is it. This is your nugget. Stock is just, happen to have this death cross. And that's it. Let me put the line here so you can also see. Look at that. We're talking about this. This is it. This is your death cross. This is the bye-bye. This is the bye-bye. It's never happened. It's also very important to know that this is still risky. It's very, very illiquid. You don't see much volume. The spread is high. So obviously, if you're an experienced trader, you know how to manage your position. But at this point, when I'm mentioning, do not get on this, because you don't know exactly how to tolerate yourself with the price action. Do not get on the spread. That is not for you. If you don't know exactly how to do it, if you don't know, you're basically gambling your account. You're risking your entire account on just something that doesn't make sense. But on the short side, this is it. This is your sign. The VWAP, reclaim at the open, failed to break the VWAP. That's the sign, and that's it. So what I'm looking right now is stock trading under VWAP, still in the downside, making this lower high activity. I mean the pattern. What I'm looking is, because when you see that shorts are covering, lots of shorts are still trapped. Lots of shorts are still in a huge trap, and they're paying overnight fee for this garbage. They're still in this trap situation from that $7-9, and the stock hasn't been down yet. So if they start covering this, we're gonna see that surge again. We're gonna see some cover pop action. That's what I like to kind of anticipate. I like that part. I like the stock is on Friday. The stock was definitely juiced out. It just completely faded after this pre-market action. So look how quick this happened. It didn't even let the stock to reclaim something. But on the overall action, the stock is still up 80%, 94% from that $3. So you can see that if you're dumb enough and you're short from here the day before it, your account, it's either gone, you already blew up, or if you have a huge account, you could manage yourself, and I don't know how you can average up to 69 from, I don't know, let's say $6. I don't know how you can do that. You must have billions or millions of shares. I mean, also there's not a lot of short shares available, so you're screwed. And I'm sure there's not a lot of shares available. I don't think there's any shares available at this point. So yeah, I mean, man, it's just too scary to see that, honestly. I don't like to see anyone to blow up like that, but it happens every single day. When you see such a thing like that, when the people doesn't understand to not get on the hot stock, get on the short side of the front side, and that's happened. And we see accounts are just going like that. But what I'm kind of looking is just seeing this thing is. Get that cover pop, makes that cover pop activity and push. So yeah, that would be something I wanna make that scalp advantage over it. But I'm not gonna really mess around with this. So yeah, lots of things to cover on this particular stock today. I know it got our majority of conversation here, but that's all I have for the watch list. CXAI, that's the only one I have. I do have other ones that I'm gonna go over it real quick. Not gonna put much time into it because we have to see what's gonna happen. GCTK, is another one on our back pocket watch list. It came out with they had this public offering. They have this common public offering on, I think this happens after market on Wednesday. Stock flushed down, very exhausted, and it just doesn't have the move. This was a favorite for shorts. Shorts were on this all over. It's a great short. That's why you want to short the stock that is already not on the radar of many people. You want to make sure that you're shorting a dead stock that has some sort of volume and pattern, and it's much safer. It's much the risk and reward makes sense. You don't want to get on the hot stock like CXAI and get it screwed too quick, too easy. So yeah, the short float's still not as enough. But yeah, I have it on the back pocket. Maybe we could get a few cents out of it. It's not in my favorite price range, but it could get that price action again if it's gonna kind of move. Israel company, healthcare. So I have it on the watch list. Let's see how it goes. GFAI, another short to squeezer. We were seeing all these short to squeeze activity. GFA actually was number one short to squeezer. I personally witnessed many people blow out on this one. God, I'm not really on these short on these stocks. It's just not my setup for the short. Obviously, I like the long on this one, and I did trade long on GFAI. GFAI, I think every single time I scalp this, I really make decent amount of money. With the small size, actually, with a very small size, because obviously I don't like the price range. My favorite price range is just that 2 to 5 6 7. Stock is squeezed up to 39, so it's just up risky. Still that squeeze range still going on with this AI sector. Lots of hype and lover for this. Institutional transaction on this for the 3-month changes was up 88 minus 88%. So that means lots of activity in the institutional level, in the toots level. So you got to be careful when the stock have that kind of things. Definitely we'll see that roller coaster move, and usually normally institutionals, they drive the price higher, high institutional. That's what I talked about it in the course, and I mentioned it in the channel every single time. If the stock has a high institutional, you don't want to be on the short side. You want to be more on the long side of it. So next one I have is Lucy. I do not like this stock that much. I think I had a really bad trade on it. Yes, I did have a bad trade on this one. I marked this here. I got into the very chasey, but I also scalped it a few times after. I think I recouped some of my losses from that trade I had on this one, but it is what it is. Yeah, Lucy was one of those stock that I should have not really get on the long side at the wrong time. So that was kind of a thing for me. But team, if you were on this day, was able to really hold on to your plan. I mean, stick to your plan. In the afternoon, the stock really went back higher, squeezed everyone out during the power hour and really dead time zone. So things are get hyped over there, and then we have this consolidation, higher low stuff. So still in that good range of upside, but and also they have a news. Their news is relatively better than other stocks that we talked about. Innovative eyewear, hosts its first smart eyewear fashion show in Miami to introduce blah 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 with chat GPT integration. So chat GPT integration, it's something, I guess, the keyword right there. So you can kind of see how these keywords can move the price. So yeah, I think if they it looks like they're kind of a stock that going to release more PR and attract more investor trader, especially on the institutional level. So yeah, that's why I put it on the back pocket. It can get to that squeeze again. I think it was on Friday we had this move, and you know up into that 420 level, resistant from the previous. You can see that flush from the day before, sticking to that first resistance from that pre-market Friday. Yeah, I mean that 420, it's very toughy, so they need to kind of like break out of that, and we have a lot of resistance up here until we see that kind of move to the $5 essentially, or if not. Next one I have the higher institutional stock, that is WW. We traded this actually. You can see my lines actually here. I traded this a lot on the long side, and I mentioned it in the chat as well. This was actually the best trade I had for the week. WW. For the entire week, this was my only trade that I was happy about. Most of my gain was made out of this trade. You could look at the setup was actually A plus. The setup for the long was the A plus. Why? Because we have this high institutional 83%. We had this PR news, really good one actually. They have a really good news for obesity drug. So I mean, based on their company, that was good. I don't think they had any dilution or S3 in file. They had so many cash available. The company cash positive, so that's another one into the plan. So you can, see that as well. And what else? The company was a mid float. It wasn't the lower float stock. So ETB, another thing that not a lot of shorts gonna be interested in into this. And the stock was on short SSR, short sell restricted. So yeah, that was all together for me, and I anticipated in the long side. I think I did get on the short side for quick scalp, but I didn't really hold on to my short, because I mean, you should not really short the high institutional level when there's definitely news going on and volume is going on. But on the second day, the volume was kind of like faded, so the short was I mean, the range wasn't that bad if you're getting into that $8 level. So lower range for the short. Obviously, long was higher. So yeah, that was it. The WW was the best one. And then I have this PTPI on Friday. Just a random pop, low float healthcare mover. No actual news, nothing. So I decided to put it on the watch to see. This is our last kind of a popper for the Friday. Yeah, so that's it. Decided to keep this short, but went long. So hopefully you guys like this, watch this. I'll send out the newsletter. So yeah, PTPI was the last one for the Friday. Let's see what we're gonna get for this week. Hopefully we will get much more other stocks and other tickers and more activity. As always, I'm very happy and excited to keep trading every day with this the amount of volatility. Anyway, that's it, team. I'm gonna call it here. Reach out to me if you have any question. Reach out to support if you have any question. And don't forget, down below I put the link for the course so you can get the course. And if you're not a member, you get the regular price. If you're a member, monthly member, you get a discount. And if you are an annual member, you can get the course for free. So yeah, that's how things work now. Anyway, take care, team. Hope you all having a great rest of your day. Talk to you guys on Monday.